Yo, it's your boy Jay. I got Monty and Key with me, and welcome back to the ElusiveMindz podcast, where we know that your dreams may be difficult to reach, obtain, and achieve, but by the grace of God, giving us the ability to give you this game for free. We hope that by the end of this episode and every episode after this, we bring you a little closer to making your dreams a reality. Let's hop straight into it. Today's episode is titled "Paralyzed in Your Thoughts." Very interesting topic. When I came up with this title for this episode, I mean, more times than not, a lot of these ideas come from God, and he speaks to me, and I just find myself more times than not, whenever I get a thought, I just jot it down, and something that's meaningful and has a lot of creating behind it. I definitely try to jot it down, and I wanted this to be titled "Paralyzing Your Thoughts" because I know this is something that you guys can relate to, and everybody who's watching, in some way, shape, or form, you might be able to relate to it as well. So, I'm gonna let the fellas say their remarks, and then we're gonna hop straight into it, guys.
Really, what I want to do, I just want to thank you guys for the support on the first episode. Really, it was very, great to see that for us, just coming up with this and seeing that people are actually digging it. And, I just really want to say we really appreciate you guys, and we're glad that this message and these messages that we're, relaying on to y'all are actually feeling them. And I just want to thank y'all again.
For sure.
Man, all I can say is only one way up, and we going straight to the top. 100 views, 2 days.
Sure.
That's wild. I mean, I thought, it was gonna be just a little bit less, but y'all just exceeded my expectations, and very grateful, and I can't wait to just grow and continue to share our messages with y'all.
Definitely humble. We definitely appreciate the support and love. Like I said in the first video, and I'll continue to say it, whether it's one person watching or 1 billion people watching, we definitely appreciate the support, and our goal is to leave you guys with something every video that'll keep you coming back for more. So that's the goal, and let's hop into it.
That's good.
So the focal point of today is what is it being paralyzing your thoughts, and what does that mean? For me, just speaking on my personal experiences, is just having thoughts that keep you trapped. I've been in certain situations or had certain things happen to me that left me questioning, or had certain thoughts running through my head that I couldn't necessarily get over at one point in time, and during that moment I'm stuck, because it could be a combination of me fearing it. It could be a combination of me not really understanding and not really knowing the outcome of things. And when we don't necessarily know the outcome of things, for me, I can't speak for anybody else, but if you're watching at home or wherever you're watching from, more times than not, I find myself, especially when it comes to uncertainty, I find myself creating, hypothetical situations of things that could happen or may happen that might not ever happen, just based on the fear and not necessarily having the control that I necessarily want to have in a situation. So I think being paralyzed in your thoughts is just simply that, like not necessarily understanding and being uncertain about certain things, and just being trapped and stuck in that thought pattern because you want to have the answers, you want to know what to do, you want to have that control, and when you don't have it, it's a scary thing sometimes, because it leaves you assuming, and sometimes we assume the worst. So I like to think that that's one of the things that that this topic touches on, and definitely means. I want to hear from you guys.
Yeah, I think you kind of said, some of the things I was thinking, like, I feel as though it's just a state of mind where, there's a lot of thoughts going on. And I really feel as though, like, more of the negative thoughts, stand out more than anything. And that's kind of where, you know, certain things may happen throughout the day, and I just be, you know, catching myself really just stuck on, you know, those negative thoughts. And I really feel as though, you know, sometimes, you know, it takes over and it can really ruin your whole day. Like, and, you know, you coming up with different situations, scenarios, you know, how you could have did this, how you could have did that, and really just stuck right then and there in that moment. And yeah, I just be finding myself doing that a lot. And, you know, it kind of, like you said, you know, assuming the worst. And that was kind of a mindset I used to have, you know. You know, prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Like, sometimes, you know, that's just not a good mindset to have. I'm grateful to be in a better place mentally than I was before. So, you know, like, I kind of grown out of that mindset. But, you know, it ain't fun. It ain't fun at all.
Definitely not. I would have to say, for me, it basically means just stimulating your brain in a way that could potentially either really damage you or really help you. And I say that because
That's deep.
I say that because when you're just thinking in your mind, you're basically not really in control of you as a person. It's your thoughts for real. So you could either really let yourself, you can get lost in it, and it can deteriorate your whole way of thinking about whatever it is that's going on, you know what I mean? Or it could potentially help you, you know what I mean? Because some people have those minds that's constantly moving, it's constantly going, they're constantly thinking. And it helps them out, you know what I mean? But there are some people who do get paralyzed in their thoughts, and it messes them up really, really, really bad. And I think it's really just that. It's really just a constant thing going on in your mind that you either get lost in or it helps you. And that's and you guys really made great points with that as well. And I really do think yeah,
I can dig it. That's actually deep. You know, I'm gonna piggyback off that because a underlying thing, and that's like the most important thing. Like the biggest thing with us is like we really check on each other as far as like our mental health. You know what I'm saying? Like we have those conversations that's like outside of the joking and the playing. Like I'm gonna hit you up and be like, yo, you good? Like what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? Like how the week going so far? And we really like get into and dissect like every facet of our lives during that particular juncture. So the question that I have for both of you guys is like, what at one point in time, what did us like coming together at one point, because what people don't understand, and I feel like you guys can agree, you know, who's ever watching in any way, shape or form, that, you know, in some way, shape or form, pain brings you together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Our struggle and our pain and some of the experiences that we went through brought us together. So the question that I have is, what did us per se, like for you or for you, like what did having the other two around, you know, that person to really confide in and talk to and, you know, really like get into the intricacies of what we're going through as young men. Like what did that do for you at a particular juncture? Like when you were paralyzed in your thoughts about something that you didn't necessarily have control over or kept you up at?
Like, I mean, off camera, off all of this, like I always bring up how, like, you know, last year, it was really last year, last school year, you know, it was really just us. Like at first, you know, it was me and Monty. Like, you know, I would see you around the hallways, say what's up, you know. Then it progressed to, you know, more conversations. I'd chill outside, you know, after school, and then we'd chop it up.
Yep.
And then it got to a point, we on the game. Us three just on the game playing Madden, and you know, like.
I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But fun fact, because I'm gonna let you continue. I'm gonna let you pick back up. Fun fact about how like this all formed. So me and this guy, we've been I mean, locked in and been cool for about 12 years now. This is my brother. Blood couldn't really make us any closer.
Dang, that's older than my sister.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But like I said, blood couldn't make us any closer. And the way I found out about Key, it was senior year, and bro texted me. He was like, yeah, my cousin, he down that city. You know what I'm saying? You make sure you keep an eye on him. I was like, man, you already know. All you had to do is say the word. And I remember it was September 14th, 2021. I'll never forget it. I want to say it was a half a day we got all right.
Mm.
And Key comes to me. He said, hey, bro, you think you can give me a ride home? And I'm kind of like sort of in a rush during this period of time. I just got my first car. I was moving around. I was still like getting, a taste of what it felt like to have a little bit of liberty when it comes to things like driving and things of that sort. And he asked me, he said, yeah, man, you think you can give me a ride home? I was like, man, I'm kind of in a rush. I got to go to the barbershop, the haircut. And like, I want to say 30 minutes after that, I crashed my car. Totaled my car. And we always joke about it to this day, like, man, he's like, man, you took me to the barbershop, you still had your car. But it was that event happening and that taking place for us to be here right now. Yeah. So I would like to say some of the things we go through is serendipity is just that. Things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
God puts the pieces together the way he wants to, and in the grand scheme of things, it's all for a reason, and one of those reasons is why we're sitting here right now. So
yeah,
unless you can say
like that moment, I was on the way home on the bus, and I just happened to go on Instagram and I see a story like, damn bro, you good? Like you everything's straight, and I was just like, wow, like I really just asked bro like to give me a ride. So it's just like, dang, like just how everything could have been different. Yeah. And like like that school year, it was a really tough school year. And wasn't in the best mental state, always dwelling on like how bad school was going. And like, having y'all two around to just get on mad, and even with the toxic relationship I was in, like, still dealing with that as well, like just being able to have both of y'all to, talk it out, cause y'all done been through a lot. So, and I know y'all can relate about like a lot of the stuff that I'm dealing with. So it's just, like it just gave me another outlet, cause I've already had mine for about 16 years at that point. So it was just, having another big brother I can just come to, like regardless of what's going on, to just talk. It just really helped me get through a lot of stuff that I was going through that year.
For sure. For sure.
I would probably have to I would probably have to say early this year actually. About late January to about March, I would say. I was dealing with a lot of housing issues, I guess you can say, and it was a really tough time. I will say this is easily a top 5 worst time of my life. So you could just imagine all the stuff that was going on, in my brain at the time, and I just gotta say these two, they really helped me, keep my mind leveled in that time, because I ain't gonna lie, I was losing a little bit. I was definitely in a dark place in my life, and these two were just really like the light in that, you know what I mean? Like I could talk to these niggas about anything, sorry. I'm sorry about that one. Sorry
we feel you. We feel you though.
But I could talk to them about anything. I could come to them about anything in that moment, and it was just always a blessing to know that I had that, at my disposal for real. And it ended up, working out at the end, because things ended up looking up, and I have to really thank these two guys because they really helped me through that. And it just goes back to what Key's saying of having those two, outlets that you can pour what you're feeling into, and it helps you stay out of your thoughts and helps you, not be paralyzed in your thoughts, you know what I mean? So that's really the main situation I have to cite, and I just gotta thank you.
You know what's crazy about that though? I'll never forget I got the text. I'm on my way from school. I'm downtown.
Yeah.
I'm downtown. And I get the text. You text the group chat. He was like, yo, like, can some of y'all come help, move? Because, we got to move.
Mm-hmm.
I will never forget it.
Short notice.
I said, I'm on my way. I am downtown. I am 30 minutes from my house. And I'm like, I'm on my way.
You would have thought you got there in 10 minutes.
Come here, yeah.
I got on the bus. I went home. I'm on the bus. I'm like, Mom, I'm about to go help Marnie move. This how much the Uber is. I'll be back when I can. Came home, called the Uber. As soon as I walked in the door, changed my clothes, left straight out. Went straight up there. Like, it was just sort of like, when bro called, I'm already ready. I'm already ready. So, like, I'm just, like, saying for you, like, whenever you call, I'm always ready. Like, it was just, that's how strong our bond is. Like,
Absolutely.
wherever I'm at, I'm gonna make sure I'm there.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that was one of the biggest things for me, going through my senior year. Like, when I tell you that I could not get over the idea that, like, when I crashed my car, that was one of the biggest things for me. Cause that was probably the first time where that was something I worked so hard for. And what I didn't realize at the time is that I didn't appreciate it enough, because I wasn't responsible enough to be able to handle that. And I took it for granted. And I needed to be humble. So during that period of time, like, and this goes into the question of, I'm gonna be asking, and I'll expound on it later, but I just couldn't, having y'all around during that period of time, like, I was just stuck in the idea of, like, what I could have done right. You know what I'm saying? That day, like, what are the things that I could have done to prevent that from happening? And then I had to get over the idea of, like, it already happened. What can we do from here? You know what I'm saying? And more times than not, when you make mistakes and you get caught up in the idea of, like, I should have did this, I should have done this right. Like, one of the biggest things that I was talking to my grandfather the other day, and this is one of those things that will always stick with me. He told me, he said, don't beat yourself up about where you are, beat yourself up about where you want to be. And a lot of times when we make mistakes and we fall short of, whether it's just the expectations that we have for ourselves or people have for us, whether it's our family or just the shortcomings that, God expects from us. Like, we tend to beat ourselves up right then and there because we want to be better. But what we got to understand, beating ourselves up about where we are is not going to do us any good. Putting ourselves in a position as to where, like, what did we learn from it and where can we go from here? Let's normalize beating ourselves up to work towards progress and getting better. So, that's having y'all around and being able to have somebody to just bounce the ball back across the net and be able to have, like, a safe space, but also a genuine space full of transparency, because I know what I'm gonna get every time. You know what I'm saying? That definitely helped me get through a time where I was in a dark place in my thoughts, and just trying to get out of that. And y'all definitely helped me. Coming home every day from school, just being looking forward to playing Madden, but more than anything, looking forward to playing Madden was because I was playing it with y'all. And it was more than the game. It was the dynamic that made it what it was, and which is why we're here right now. So I definitely gotta credit the both of y'all. I definitely do. I'll let y'all know, consistently where I am now. Like, y'all definitely contributed to pushing me and helping me get out of that place and just encouraging me and speaking life into me. So
that's why I always say, like, I'm proud of us, cause when we was there last year, it was
a year makes a difference.
It was a little rough. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It was a little rough.
Make a difference.
But, like, we worked hard. We all had a set mindset, a set goal that we all wanted to achieve, and we all played a role in getting to where we at right now in this second. Like, no one would know. Like, no one really knows what went on in that one little apartment. That one little apartment was really just us in that apartment. Seacots. Like, it was really just us three thugging, like, eating whatever we could just find and coming up with a plan, just thinking. My leagues, man, my leagues on 2K, like
crazy my leagues.
Getting bro up for work, like making sure bro is up for work to get
4 in the
him
morning.
like.
Yeah, soldier, 4 in the morning on the bus stop.
Man, bro,
That's
talking
crazy.
early in the morning. He's up with me while I'm going to school and he going to work. Like it just was really like
build character.
Yeah. It made us stronger. It made us closer. It made
sessions.
us, them hoop sessions. Oh my God.
Definitely the hoop sessions. Even
same,
still to this day.
Still
to this day.
Yeah.
The hoop session.
Definitely.
So I definitely say like I'm proud of like how far we've came. How we just kept pushing and never gave up, because we could have gave up a long time ago. Nobody would have blamed us for giving up, because the stuff we was dealing with. It was rough, but
We wasn't gonna let each other give up.
nope.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. It wasn't even an option. But and that's the biggest thing. I posted on something on Instagram. You guys have already probably seen it by the time this episode is up. And it wasn't a question, actually. It was I made a post. It was a statement, but it was something that it was on my heart to share. And it pretty much consisted of keep people around you who are not afraid to challenge you when you're wrong.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing about our group and us three is that we hold each other accountable. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be one of those things where, like, as to say if you miss something, he picks up on it, and vice versa. I think the biggest thing for us is like we're not gonna embarrass or belittle each other, but at the same time we're gonna be honest and be transparent about like, yo, I want you to be better. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the biggest thing that keeps us close, because there's no real ego. I mean, we have our own ego, but there's no real, as far as I'm saying, like within the confinements of the group, there's no real ego or pride to the point where we can't pull each other to the side and say, you know what, like, bro, I get where you were coming from, but you were wrong. Maybe if you can look at it like this, maybe you can have a different perspective. I think us having that will and having that say so to speak up about it is important, and it shows that we care about each other enough to be able to, correct some of the things that we as ourselves may not see, but having that other person or other two people around that might catch on and be like, bro, well, maybe you want to try it this way. It's pivotal. It's imperative. It's imperative, and it's definitely helped me shape into the person that who I am now, but also who I want to become. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of room for improvement, and we don't got it figured out. You know what I'm saying? We don't got it figured out.
And you know what's funny? I laugh at it a lot. It's been a lot of days where y'all two it really felt like y'all wanted to see me graduate more than I wanted to see myself graduate. It was just like y'all would get on me so much about school.
I would actually see them grades like I was
real talk. That was a battle. That was a battle, and we're sharing with you guys. That was a battle that really, if it had to, would have went to the street with this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We wasn't gonna let him fail in
like
himself.
No summer school. Like Mon would say, he was like, "Yo, I don't care. No summer school, nothing." And I would always be like if I got to, like, I might have to. He was like, "Nah."
We want to make sure
none of
you
it.
don't pass it.
None of it. I get in the car. They were like, grade check. Let me see what the grades.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the things that matter right now. You know what I'm saying?
And I pull them out. I'd be like, look, this is what's going on. This is y'all like. This is the work I'm missing and all this and that.
Tell them how to work on. You know, and if something wasn't.
They was like, look, we better not see you online on that game. I be like, dang. I already get that from my mother.
You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to be those guys, but sometimes we gotta buffer in, and you know what I'm saying?
Push the next person to make sure that they're up to par and
because
they're not slipping. For
the biggest thing is there's no like, and I look at it like this: we're there's no like just one leader. Like we're all leaders. We're all leaders in our own respective ways because it's something that I might not necessarily be strong in, that you might be privy to, and it might, and you know what I'm saying? Wherever, I think that the biggest thing is like this, and I truly believe that it's no one man above the crew. We're in it together. It's a group that's cohesive. You know what I'm saying?
And because I say, like, you know, what do you get when you get 3 lines in one room? You get us 3.
Exactly.
Like it's just,
you know
like,
what I'm
you know,
saying?
we all
3 kings.
Like in our own like individual areas, like we all have this lion mentality of wanting to win. Like remember, on the way to the fight part, I told you, I'm like, look, this is not a project we want to start and just stop.
Just stop. Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I'm not where I want to be at in life. I want to be more. I want to see more, and I want to do more. Like I want to get to a point where my mother don't have to work.
Absolutely.
Like I know y'all got goals y'all want to achieve, and like this is
man,
just a step in the right direction.
You hit it right on the
Like this is a project that's going to get us so far in life to the point where, you know, we want it to work for nobody. We want to have people working for us.
That's the plan.
Like it's just, you know, like I'm hungry, and that's, you gotta stay hungry to succeed in life. That's just how I look at it. Like in order to succeed in life, you gotta stay hungry. And if we just stay hungry, sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit.
3 guys with the same goal.
Definitely. Okay. So to get into the question, and what we're gonna start doing, each question that we ask, it's a question for us to, but it's a question for y'all to ask yourself at home as well. You know what I'm saying? So
if you want to, matter of fact, I'm gonna cut you off. If y'all want to, y'all can throw them in the comments.
Throw them in the comments.
Throw them in the comments.
Please throw them in the comments. We'll definitely read them and reply to them. We want y'all to engage in like I said, we want to normalize and really talking about the things that matter, and like some of the things that as individuals we can seal off and cut off, you know, our parts of ourselves, you know, to the world. And the biggest thing is like I said, more than anything, like this is a process that like each and everything that we're giving you guys, we're speaking it back into ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we wanna hear from y'all. We wanna hear with y'all. We wanna, you know what I'm saying? Like drop in the comments, man, and let's hashtag let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. That's what I'm saying. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you. Hey, shout out to LA Knight. Shout out to LA Knight. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. What's something that keeps you guys up at night that means a lot to you, but you have no control over it?
Okay. For me, I would have to say something that keeps me up is probably the losses I've taken in life, you know, and the people that I've lost in life, because that's something that you really can't get back. You know what I mean? And it goes back to you know, stimulating your brain and knowing that yeah, this is bad, but you don't want to get lost into it. And that's what I find myself doing some night. I find myself get lost into that thought, and it messes me up sometimes, you know. But I think over the course of time, I've learned that, you know, just accept that this thing, I spoke on this last episode, some things just happen for a reason. God made that happen for a reason. So it was always, you know, the thought of that, and it's still prominent today. And I would just say, just work on ways to find something to keep your brain active. You know, you don't want to be stuck on the same thing always, because it'll mess you up. You know what I mean? It'll mess you up. Like, even if you gotta like take a walk, you know what I mean? Read a book, stuff like that. You know, try not to get too far into your thoughts, because you don't want to be stuck in your mind. That's not a good place to be sometimes. You know what I mean? You'll sometimes get the wrong idea, get the wrong thought. Now you doing something you didn't really want to do because that's what your brain, placed in your mind, and you was just stuck on it. And I try not to do that, cause that could go bad real fast.
Yeah.
Okay, so to expound on your response, what are some things, and we might end up having the same answer, because I feel like I think I know where you're going. What are some things that when you get to that place, when you're going through a lot and you can't necessarily compartmentalize your feelings in that moment, what are some things that are therapeutic to you, or helps you, it takes your mind off of that at the time? Like for me, and we'll agree, is when we step in between those four lines.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of what we're feeling goes away, and we channel a lot of that onto the court. So.
Absolutely. I would definitely say basketball. I would compliment three things: basketball, music, and talking to these guys. Those are the three things I would say that when I am feeling that certain way, those are the things that are therapeutic to me. Those are the things that I always run to get me out of a certain feeling that I'm feeling.
Yeah. And I talk to God.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Talking to God and having those conversations by yourself. That nothing beats that.
Yep.
Nothing beats that. What about you? Let's talk about it, Key Money.
It's really like it's like the losses, like especially the loss we just took, based on like how it hit me, because it's just that guilty feeling, that regret feeling of not building that strong relationship, like knowing that I won't be able to do that now, knowing I can't play basketball with bro, knowing that was something he liked doing, I never will get the chance to do it. So it's just just really looking at that, and it's like, wow, like gone too soon. Like losing my great grandfather last year, like that's something that still keeps me up at night. Like there's a lot of losses that we experienced that I fully accepted, but our aunt Riri, bless her heart, I can't get over that one. Nor can I get over my great grandfather. It's just those were two heavy losses that we experienced at our young age days. I can't get over, but like you said, once we get in between them four lines, like that's just a healthy way to release our emotions. Like, do we record those games? Yeah,
we do.
But it'd be some games where
y'all should check it out too.
Yes,
I'm
gonna plug that
plug
on
the
channels.
K basketball.
Yep.
Like it's just like it'd be some games that I really be like, nah, I'm not recording. This is too personal. Like, it'd be some games where I'd be like, nah, like we took the L on the first game, I'm not losing the next one. And that really shows like our personalities in each game. Like, I be dancing mid-game, me and Gemini talking trash, like we be going at it, like it's just, but like it's all in a healthy manner. Like that's just a way we express ourselves in music. Like Monty introduced me to Lil Peep around 2020. That was just an artist that like I related to a lot, and I still listen to his music to this day. Like it's just like when I'm in them dark, places, I can go listen to bro music. He'll be talking about the things I'm going through, and it just helps me keep going.
That's the art of music.
And then talking to y'all, like whenever something big happens, y'all the first to know. Like
no doubt.
I make
Vice
sure
versa.
like
Vice versa.
as soon as it get done happening, I come straight to y'all like, hey, this happened. I don't even know what to think. It could be crazy, it could be good, it could be bad, like.
But at the end of the day, we're gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Every time.
We're by the grace of God, we're gonna figure it out. And I think that's the biggest thing. Like music for me, and y'all know I say this all the time, but just sharing with you guys out there is watching. Music to me is one of my biggest reference points, and the reason I say that is because like I could remember certain periods of times of my life when a Drake album dropped, you know what I'm saying? And I remember what I was going through as a kid, or what that time was like for me, or I should say R&B. Like I could remember when a song dropped, and I could place you to exactly what I was doing, what the time period was like for me, what my thought process was, and I think the biggest thing is like music, like really, and I said this other day, music really speaks to the soul.
It definitely does.
You know what I'm saying? So like I'm even careful about some of the things we listen to now. You know what I'm saying? But it's more so of a thing where it's like finding that thing that gives you peace. Like nothing beats the peace that God can offer you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just on a sense of where, like, you know, where you explore things outside of God. You know what I'm saying? That's you know, like how we said, like music, having conversations that matter, and that are meaningful and that you're gonna grow from. Like I don't like sitting around and having conversations that when I leave from it that I didn't learn anything.
Yeah.
Like, if I can't learn anything from you, like I just feel like it's no point of us even talking. Like we should be able to take things from each other. We should be able to learn and gravitate from a sense of where we can learn and we can elevate. Like that's important to me. Those are things that are therapeutic to me outside of, you know, seeking God and talking to God and having those, you know, conversations one-on-one. So I think, you know, that's one of the biggest things for me.
And I think, like, it was definitely a point in time. Like, I lost the way of God. Like, I'd be the first to say it. Like, you know, there was a time where it was last year. Last year I lost my great grandfather. It was really like, you know, questioning God. I'm like, out of all people, him. And it was kind of so that I kind of, you know, detached from him in a way. And then, you know, our bond got closer. Y'all really, you know, showed me, like, you know, no matter what, you know, he may have did this, but it was for a reason, you know, like he did it for a reason, like, you know, explaining to me the ways of God and getting me back into that. Y'all definitely played a big role into it, because my great grandfather was a man of God. Like, he was to the anytime I talked to him, like, God came into the conversation. And so, like, you know, that passion kind of sort of pushed me away from it, but y'all helped me find my way back. And, you know, like, to go back to the music, like, Lonnie will tell y'all, my mother be singing. Like, she be singing. So, you know, like, a lot of the songs I hear, I learned from her. And listening to Mary J. Blige,
That's my girl right
I
there.
can't hear her voice.
Girl.
I hear my mother's voice singing those songs. Like, Jennifer Hudson, I don't hear Jennifer Hudson.
I was just gonna say that.
I hear my mother's
Jennifer
voice.
Hudson.
Like, a lot of these artists, I don't hear their actual voice. I hear my mother's voice because I've heard her sing it for so many years. Yeah, like that Beyonce album 4. That album is my favorite album of all time, because my mother used to play it every day on my way to school. Like,
connoisseurs. I really, you know what I'm saying? I don't mean to cut you off, but I would like to say that we're in some way, shape, or form connoisseurs of music, because our taste, it's endless. Like, you're gonna get everything. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get everything.
diversity,
You're really gonna get
galore. Jesus, like,
diversity university.
yup.
You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much the top off my question.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I do get keep music.
I feel it.
I feel like we are.
I got keep some music for some people who were ungrateful
Yeah.
about my playlist, and I feel like I should have never gave it to them. I'm not gonna say any names. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna name anybody, but they know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But but those are definitely things that, you know, really definitely gives me peace to be able to compartmentalize my thoughts and my feelings at the time and get me out of that place where I'm stuck or where I'm stagnant, just to kind of help me, you know, keep the ball rolling. So
This leads me into my question. Like,
let's talk about it.
Just a little simple question, you know. I just always wonder, like, why does negative thoughts hit harder than those very good positive thoughts? Like, I just feel as though, you know, you can have the best day of your life, But it could be one little incident, and it'll ruin your whole day. And why is that?
That's a good question,
You know what? God rest his soul, my godfather Mark. He always used to say, and I feel like it's in correlation with with the question you just asked. Winning never feels as good as losing feels bad. You know what I'm saying? Because when you feel me, when we winning, when you're having success and when you're winning, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a lot that can beat that genuine joy. You know what I'm saying? And that exhilarating feeling of, you know what I mean, the success, the triumph. But when you lose, I mean, stormy.
Like the end of the world.
You feel me? Stormy clouds, sad tears, or whatever the case may be, whatever that consists of. You know what I'm saying? Like, losing really is not like a good feeling. Like, you can't. There's something that, in comparison, like, it's a way different feeling than when you're losing. So I think, like, with the negative thoughts, I think it's more so of a thing of, like, just the uncertainty of how things may turn out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just the idea of, like, dang, like, it could go this way, it could go 1,000 ways, and you don't know. You don't have the answer right then and there. Yeah. And more times than not, we fear what we don't understand. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just the idea of when those negative thoughts creep in, is just more so of not necessarily knowing what to do at the time, and like we said earlier, not necessarily having control and full hands-on grasp of whatever it is that we're going through. So those thoughts more so tend to creep in more times than not, rather than the positive thoughts the negative thoughts we get stuck on is because we don't necessarily always have the answers. We don't always have it figured out. We don't always have a right then and there solution to fix the problem, and sometimes we just gotta wait. But Psalms chapter 46 verse 10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." You know what I'm saying? So more times than not, I think how we get out of that is putting our trust into God and understanding that, you know what I'm saying, more times than not, most of the battles that we fight, if not all of them, they're not ours. You know what I'm saying? They're not ours. And we just, sometimes it's hard to sit and wait for everything to unfold. But I think what we feed ourselves, what we feed our mental is the most important. You know what I'm saying? So I think with those thoughts, it's just the fear of not having control and not having that answer right then and there, which is why, you know, those negative thoughts creep in and keep us stagnant at times.
You definitely hit it dead on the
Yeah, man.
That's really the best way you can really put it. It's just that fear of not knowing what could come from that negative thought. You know, that's really just all. That's the best way you can put it. Honestly, the best way you can put it.
Because my negative thought, it'll grow and become. It's like
multiple
a tree.
things. It's
like a tree. It's like a tree.
Yeah,
indeed. You plant one seed, and that one seed is the negative thought, and then, you know, it grows up. All the roots, all of that. It just, a lot can come from one negative thought.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's the fear of not knowing what can come, but just knowing that something could come of it.
It leads me to my question, actually. It kind of is like sort of kind of the same as your question, but in a different way.
Okay.
And I kind of touched on it in my answer of your question. When you guys are paralyzed in your thoughts, what are like multiple everyday activities that you take to counter that? And how does it help you?
For me, every time I wake up in the morning, first I give thanks to God for waking me up, and then I read the word of the day before I send it to you guys. What that does for me, it gives me direction for my day and the trajectory that I want my day to go in. I want to start off my day, you know, being whole, being grounded, not letting certain things from outside noise to negativity, you know, impact my perspective on the day or impact how I'm feeling, you know. So I just try to keep a level head and just ask God to just, you know, keep me grounded through the day for me. So it's more so that, you know, read my word of the day, talking, having endless conversations. We talk every day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We talk every day. So
And
I
I
think,
know, like, you know, hey, what's up? What you doing? Nah,
Yeah,
it's
nah, it's-
in-depth conversation.
no, we get in, like I said, we get into the intricacies of what's what.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's definitely those underlying factors that really, you know, help me stay afloat and keep my mind in the right place.
Yeah, I would definitely say your word of the day has definitely helped me in multiple ways. In one, I'd have to say that's definitely part of my daily routine.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't know if it's just me, but when I wake up, I gotta listen to music for some reason.
I do it.
don't know.
I
can
do
dig
the
it.
same.
I have to like get some tunes in my brain so my
Yeah.
brain will be open,
I gotta get
you know?
I gotta get
get
that
you know?
rev going. We gotta get
Yeah.
that motor going.
And it just helps me, you know,
Gotta get that motor going.
stimulate my brain in a way that I need. Because as y'all know, music is one of the main, you know, sources of clarity for real.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really for me. I wake up, you know, do the morning routine, brush teeth, all that whatnot.
Yeah.
Earphones, right in music.
Yeah.
He sends the word of the day. I read that.
I'm downstairs more times than not. I'll be sleeping, and it's funny. I'll be sleeping, and I can hear. He has his AirPods in. I can hear the music, the bass playing through the headphones.
I'm just downstairs walking around.
I don't
just
think you
listening.
guys understand how loud music has to be in order for you to hear it in the headphones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this is really a thing.
That's
with
how
us.
it
What
be,
it is.
though.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, but those are the things that, you know what I mean, whether we realized it or not at the time, it's really a pivotal part of our
Yep.
everyday life.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And it shaped and molded us into the people we are now, but more so who we want to become. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's definitely dope question, and crazy because they all touch on the same
You feel
underlying
me?
principles of what we're talking about, and that's definitely true.
Yeah, heavy
They're
on the
definitely true
music.
to a
I
T.
mean,
To a
as
T.
soon as I wake up, like, fun fact though, as soon as I wake up, I gotta throw on Adele. Like, I can't
I
throw
love
on
Adele.
nobody.
Nah,
love Adele.
I got throwing some tunes, like some old tunes.
And it's
some
like
soul
it's
tunes.
funny because like when I wake up, everybody's out the house, so I'm in the house by myself. So I don't put no AirPods in. I go to the biggest speaker in the house.
Yeah,
And turn it
let's
on
make
full
this a party.
Y'all-
You know what I'm saying? Let's get interested.
We all gonna be singing Adele.
Yeah,
Like,
let's get interested.
It's like I have the Adele. I'll make a bowl of cereal, and I'll have the word of the day right there with me.
Like
Like,
it's a vibe.
it's just, you know, it just opens my brain up. Because, you know, having the music, I need the music to function. Like, I think I played music. I think I got like 1,000 something plus minutes played like a day.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, me both, guys.
like it's something crazy. So it's just, you know, music is really like a part of my everyday, how like I can just get away from all the thoughts.
Mhm.
The word of the day, and just having, you know, being able to just go for a walk.
Yep.
Like, I be walking my dog. I be
It's
going on long
therapeutic.
walks
It's
with the
therapeutic.
music. It's just a way to escape. Like, one of my playlists is called Escape. I just need to escape sometimes, and
That's what music will do for
you
you.
know, yeah.
That's what music will definitely do for you.
Definitely. Do we have a besides the questions that we had? Did you answer your question yet?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Okay, we covered that. Besides, you know, all of the questions that we proposed from today's discussion, do we have any specific question that we want to propose out there to our audience? Do we have one, or do we just want to stick with those? I think they will put it. I feel like it'll be repetitive because we're asking the same thing.
Yeah.
I feel like whatever y'all do within those 3 questions, hit the comment section below and really, you know, get active. Let's talk about it.
Let's
Let's talk about
Let's
it.
talk
Hashtag,
about
let's
it.
talk about
Hashtag,
it.
let's
Make
talk
that
about
trending.
We gave you a really long episode.
Yeah, we
This
definitely
Yeah.
did. We want y'all to We want y'all to really mellow on this.
No two-parter.
No two-parter this time. No two-parter this time. We had a lot of.
And once again, we want to apologize.
Yeah.
We want
to apologize.
Yeah, we had some problems.
We're
just starting in the podcast game, so
Yeah.
we're trying to, you know what I'm saying. We're still figuring it out, so just bear with us. But we got a full episode, just one full episode with no other parts to it.
Nothing, no stops.
No stops, no anything. But we want you guys to know that, you know, in this process and in this project, that we're not perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We're far from it. We're here to share our experiences and our perspective with y'all in hopes that it might help you, you know, cross or get over whatever you're feeling or whatever you're dealing with or whatever you struggle from. We wanna grow, we wanna learn, and we wanna heal with and connect with each and every one of you guys in each and every episode that we do. So you know, that'll wrap it up. Episode 3. I'm excited. I'm excited for the whole season 1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But episode 3 will be titled The Lunchbox of Life. You know what I'm saying? So we got another special one for y'all. But we really want y'all to mellow on this episode. We want y'all to, you know, really take heed to everything that you know, we said, and you know, in hopes that it might help you and give you a different perspective.
Definitely.
On a few things. So, you know, that's just what we're here to do. We're just the messengers. You know what I'm saying?
We just the messengers.
We're just the messengers. So we appreciate it. We love you. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel yet,
I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what you're doing with your time. You know what I'm saying?
Come on the journey with us.
Yeah, come on. Let's take a ride.
It's better to be here now.
Yeah, it's better to be here now than later. But you know, we thank you guys for the support. We love you. We appreciate everything that you guys have done. You know, like I said, whether it's 1 billion people, you know, we're trying to give you guys something meaningful.
Content and messages.
That's definitely gonna help you. Until next time, we want you guys to stay healthy. We want you guys to stay blessed, stay humble, stay hungry. But most importantly, we want you guys to stay elusive.